Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, Joe Wilkinson, Kevin Bridges, Judy Love, Alex Brooker, Brian Butterfield, Susie Dent, Rachel Riley, and your host, Jimmy
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, a show all about letters, numbers and conundrums. All right, let's meet tonight's players. First up, it's team captain Joe Wilkinson. Anyone who knows Joe will tell you that he's a keen animal lover, but there simply isn't enough evidence to secure a conviction.
Well, there's the videos.
And Joe's teammate, Alex Brooker. To become a success on TV, Alex has had to overcome some obvious challenges. For a start, he's had to work with Adam Hills.
I've laughed at that too much.
Up against them this evening, it's team captain Kevin Bridges. Kevin recently revealed in an interview he doesn't like pepperami, which is why he doesn't like going to formal weddings in Glasgow.
Because it's got that kind of plastic sleeve, a pepperami. Reminds me of you.
Yeah, I've got more plastic in me than a lesbian on a second date. And joining Kevin tonight is Judy Love.
God.
I have a feeling tonight Judy is going to take to maths, like a duck to maths.
OK.
Judy, are you a morning person?
Do I look like it? No, I am. I wake up in the morning and I do like a morning. I do, because I think I'm alive. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a good thing. 5:30, I might get up to go gym.
Sorry, you get up 5:30 to go to the gym?
Of lately, I've been getting up at 5:30.
I mean, this is some bullshit right here. Stay tuned for more of this. What gym are you going to at 5:30?
I've got a PT, and I get up at 5:30, and I meet him at 6 o'clock. And sometimes I even get up and go to a 24-hour gym. I can't say the name of the gym because there's other gyms that you can go to.
You go to the gym at 5:30 in the morning?
Pure gym, yeah, 24 hours.
What time do you wake up, Jimmy?
Yeah.
5 o'clock, straight
5
to the
o'clock.
gym.
You don't even look like you sleep.
I just get rebooted.
Yeah. You look like you rise out of something.
What sort of Nosferatu style?
Yes, it's hard to imagine you curled up.
Yeah.
Did your whole bed come up and you slide through a hole?
Joe, have you done anything you've been proud of lately?
Have you ever been so dehydrated, your mouth's been so dry that when you put a bath bomb in it, it doesn't dissolve? Well, when I go shoplifting, I don't drink anything for a few hours beforehand, so I can walk out of Boots with a bath bomb in my mouth. And then when I get home, I simply kneel down next to the bath. I lean over and I put my face into the bath water and I let the bath bomb slowly fizz out of my nostrils. And then I apologise to the chap who I've Airbnb'd my flat to. And I'll let him get on with the rest of his bath time.
OK. Kevin, now, since you were last on the show, you've become a dad. Congratulations. Jim? How's it going? Are you watching kids' TV? Are you into it?
Everyone's got a plan, haven't they? With the screen time.
Oh, yeah.
Try to limit screen time. I try hard, try to keep them off the screens, and then you eventually just give in and you feel a bit bad. Like on holiday, you're sat beside like a Scandinavian family and their kids are eating langoustines and playing chess and my son's on the floor screaming whilst I'm wiping bolognese off a smashed iPad, and then it's about just trying to get quality screen time. So Like Miss Rachel, do you watch anybody?
Miss Rachel?
Jimmy, your kids will... Ask the nannies. Your kids will probably watch it. Miss Rachel's a gateway to the hard stuff, and then Paw Patrol, it's just a massive toy advert. Like, as soon as your kids start watching Paw Patrol, you just accumulate plastic. I think every dolphin in the ocean has got at least 50 Paw Patrol figures stuck in its large intestine. The premise is a kid called Ryder. He's adopted these dogs. Rachel, what's the names? Sky.
We know Scott. I don't know the rest. Sorry, I'm out.
Chase. You know him, Joe?
Dennis.
That's it.
Duncan Bannatyne.
The kid's called Ryder, basically, and then an emergency happens and he dispatches these dogs, and it's just product placement. It'll be like, Sky, you take the twin-jet helicopter. Chase, you take the turbo-speed police quad bike. Marshall, you take the fire engine with the extendable hose. And my son's looking at me as if, are you writing this down for Santa? But there we go.
OK. Alex, what were you like at school?
Inspirational. I think it was a weird thing for me when I was a kid that, like, everyone was fascinated by me doing literally anything. Like, the first time I tied my shoelaces, there was about 8 people watching, like, sobbing their eyes out. Do you know what I mean? It's a really weird thing as a kid, because you just think you're doing something else. I didn't realise at the time they were assessing me for benefits. But... like, you've got to bear in mind, like, when I was like 15, my mum walked in on me watching porn and cried tears of joy because when I was a baby, she was told I wouldn't even hold a pen.
Kevin, have you got a mascot?
Yes, Jimmy. I'm a very cultured guy.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I've started collecting fine art.
Really?
Favourite painting, easily, the dogs playing snooker, the dogs playing poker, a close second, and I felt as if I should have a work commissioned for coming on the show, so I actually got a dogs playing countdown. Don't know if you can see that there. It's a pretty stunning piece. So that's me, obviously. A couple of dog pals. That's it. A bit of graffiti there. Anti-cat, obviously. They're bad dogs. These are not your Paw Patrol kind of fellas. This guy's even building himself a joint there. Because stoned people are very good at countdown. That's just a fact. I thought I would have a second work commissioned. If you can visualise it, then you can achieve it. So I thought I would have a painting of me and the dog celebrating my victory. So I'm going to stick these here, and if we can I picture that could be us, Judy? That could be me.
Alex, have you got a mascot?
Yeah, so look, I kind of think last time I was on, I struggled with the maths, and I realised because I can't count on my fingers. So what I brought is I've got these counting hands. I've got these a couple of weeks ago.
I know you're new to this, but those are the wrong way round.
But yeah, they're good for counting. They've been great for counting, like road rage as well. Oh, some of that, yeah.
I wouldn't put your hand there.
Yeah, it did look like you were delousing him.
If you want to like start a Mexican wave tonight, this is the best I'm ever going to be at it. So let's just get them going.
Very nice. OK, Judy, have you got a mascot?
I have got a mascot, and it's a massive tub of eyelash glue. Every woman's dream who wears eyelashes, because we're always running out of glue. You never can find it. You get this really silly small little bottle when you buy fake eyelashes, and I think everyone should have one of these. Look, and there's eyelashes on it just in case. Ladies, we've all had those moments, haven't we? Had a really nice night, it's usually a Friday, you met someone, and then you wake up in the middle of the night with your makeup pressed down in the pillow and your eyelash looking at you. So with this, you will always have an eyelash spare.
You're telling me those aren't real?
These are not real.
What else is...
Let's not go there. Well, but I've got a weave. It's the beauty of being black. I can change it up every week. It's just what we can do. That's why sometimes you see me and I've got short hair and I've got long hair and I've got no hair and I've got hair. So, yeah.
I just thought you were really good at growing your hair.
No. But apart from that, everything else is real.
Yeah, that was very much. I don't think it is. Joe, have you got a mascot?
Yeah, I brought along my old electrician's ashes.
Sorry, what are you saying? You brought... Why would you
My
bring that?
old electrician's ashes.
Yeah, why, though?
He died. He wasn't a big fan of the show, and so he wanted to be scattered on the set somewhere, so someone would have to hoover him up. And I still owe his family for the lamp he fixed for me, so rather than pay him, I said I'd do this. Right, and because he was an electrician, he wanted his ashes to be scattered in one of the fuse boxes. So
that's probably not a good idea, Joe. If you...
Well, he said in his will it'd be fine. Fucking hell. He wasn't a great electrician, I'll be honest with you.
It's a lovely tribute. Get a bit emotional there, Joe.
Yeah.
OK. And over in Dictionary Corner, it's Britain's most bankrupt businessman, Brian Butterfield. Now, Brian, this is your first time on the show. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I can, yeah, with pleasure. I'm an entrepreneur and businessman. I've started a lot of businesses. Admittedly, a lot of them have been shut down. That number is all of them.
What are some of the big brands you've worked with? Some of the famous brands over the years?
You know, I don't want to brag, but Woolworths, Northern Rock, Blockbuster Video, I helped take all those companies into a new direction. And, of course, Jimmy, we've worked together before. I don't know if you remember, but back in 2012, I was your accountant.
And with Brian Butterfield, of course, it's Susie Dent. Susie Dent's books are a big hit. Sorry, there's something on the card. Susie Dent's books are dog shit. Susie, what have you been looking into recently?
Kennings.
Kennings?
Yes, so as you know, these were in Old English and Old Icelandic poetry. They're beautiful word combinations, so they give everyday things a really poetic twist. So the sun was the sky candle, and they could describe people, especially mighty warriors. So you'd have a spear shaker or a storm rouser, an axe reddener. And I was trying to think of one for you, and now I have just realised you are an axe avoider. Because you're always avoiding your axes.
And in charge of the numbers, it's Rachel Riley. If you asked Rachel, she could recite pi to 100 decimal places. So whatever you do, don't ask. Rachel, what's the weirdest compliment you've ever received?
Well, I guess for every woman, once you've had a baby, you're feeling, you know, a little bit out of sorts, your brain's everywhere. So I suppose it was a weird compliment when I was breastfeeding my newborn and a guy started chatting me up.
Oh, mid breastfeeding.
Yeah, I mean,
what was his line out of interest? Because that's a bold move.
I mean, I'm assuming he was single, but if he was, that's obviously where he's going wrong. Who's breastfeeding a baby thinking, I need some cock?
Is move its head a chat-up line?
And the prize the teams will be competing for tonight is this, the Countdown AI robot.
Ooh.
Would it have been more expensive to get someone that could do the robot? Would that have broken the bank? Unbelievably bad.
What? You could do the robot naturally. Like, you are the robot. Like, you try it. Give it a go.
I'll give it a go at 5 in the morning. I'll see you at the gym. All right, let's count down, everyone. It's time for our first game. Kevin and Judy, you get to pick the letters.
Consonant, please.
Yeah, consonant.
J.
Please, Rachel.
Consonant.
R.
Vowel.
E.
Vowel.
O.
Consonant.
N.
I'll take a consonant as well, please, Rachel.
T.
I'll take a vowel.
I.
Another consonant, please, and then a vowel. That's
N.
four vowels.
And E.
OK, we all remember the 90s classic Mbop by Hanson, right? Yeah, of course. Well, as a special treat for you, here to play it for us tonight, the original members of Hanson. OK, and your time starts now. The original members of Hanson, everyone. I'll be honest, I don't think RuPaul is at home going, oh, my God, that lip-syncing was incredible. The drummer didn't even bother bringing drumsticks.
He's actually become very forgetful.
Genuinely, did he forget his drumstick?
He soldiered on, though, didn't he, the mad bastard?
Could have lent him these.
Joe, how many?
I've got 6.
6, OK. Alex?
6.
OK. Kevin?
9.
Fuck
Ooh.
off.
But it's the number, not the word. Sorry.
Oh, that is...
No, I've actually got I've got a risky 7 and a safe 6, and it's up to Judy where we go here.
I got a 6.
So I'll go for the 7, but I'm expecting a VAR check.
Go for a 7.
Oh, we saw
I believe in you.
Intoner, like somebody who intones. would be
Oh,
known
an
as-
intoner.
That's positive.
Oh, an intoner.
Positive sounding anyway.
I like
Well, she
this.
kind of intoned it, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to fix my printer and I was covered in toner.
Is this what you're going for?
No.
I don't-
We're going to go for the safe. We're going to go for the safe 6.
The
Yeah,
safe
safe
6.
6.
What's your 6?
Orient.
Yeah.
Orient will take the 6.
Yeah, OK.
Joe, Alex, what have you got?
Got 6.
Got joiner.
Is that a thing? That's a job, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you
It's like
get the same?
carpenter.
Yeah, I'd join her.
Oh, you haven't, you lying bastard? Oh, he has, yep.
That's the most I've ever pointed at anything.
6 points to both teams. Brian, Susie, could they have done any better?
No.
We had jointer.
So, to our first numbers round. Joe, Alex, you get to pick the numbers.
Just enjoy yourself, Rachel.
In that case, we'll go with 75, because I've picked one from the top, and 5 little ones, Joe.
Thank you.
Let's see what we've got. 10. You love 10s, I know that. 2,
Yeah,
3,
he's all right.
5, 1,
Yeah.
and 75. The target's 189.
OK, your time starts now. Check it, Joe. Check it, because... OK, so the target was 189. Joe, did you get it?
You bet your sweet ass I did.
Alex, did you get it?
No, these are shit for holding the pen. I've had to go back to the regular hand.
Judy, did you...
No, 185.
How'd you get 185, Judy?
I did 2 times 75
150.
makes 150.
Yeah.
And then I did 3 times 10. What's left?
5.
And then I did 5, add 1.
OK. Kevin, did you get it?
I think I get like 188 or 190.
Joe, how did you get it?
75 plus the 2 times 10. Times that by 2.
Oh, you've already used your 2, Joe.
No, sorry, 5 minus 3.
Yes, you're still in. 190.
Minus the 1.
You saved it. 10 points.
Wow.
10 points to Joe. OK, time to go across to Dictionary Corner now. Brian, you've got a lot of business experience. How do you think that will help in this game?
Words are very important in business, Jimmy, but in one of my first ever business meetings, I barely understood a word anyone said. That's because they were using business terminology, and also because I happened to be in Tokyo. So because I may end up using some business terminology tonight, especially with you, Susie, I thought I'd get you all up to speed by reading the business glossary from my new book, There's No Business Like Business. First 2, very simple. Business, the word business. The act of doing business. Glossary means a vendor of gloss paint. Invest. How you dress when working from home. Intellectual property. A house belonging to E.G. Stephen Fry. Broker. What you become after each bankruptcy. Depreciation. Not clapping at the end of a concert or play. Human resources. Parts of the body that can be used to generate electricity. KPI. That's one of the sidemen. E-commerce. Commerce in Yorkshire. And merger. The agreement of 2 businesses to join forces, often brokered on a train, hence the phrase, merger on the Orient Express. And that's it. You're now fluent in the language of business.
Brian Butterfield, everyone. And here is your tease. The words are old groin, and the clue is it's a bit leaky. That's old groin, it's a bit leaky. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser. The words were old groin. The clue was it's a bit leaky. It was, of course, drooling. OK, so Joe and Alex are in the lead. They've been playing in teams so far, but this game is just for Kevin and Joe. Woo. Joe, your turn to choose.
Good luck, mate.
May I have
Joe.
Consonant, preferably an S?
I will give you an S.
Let's go for consonant. Bang. Wallet.
P.
Yes! Vowel. Let's spell something as we go
A.
along. Yes, consonant.
G.
Yes, bang. We get a B, an O and an L. This is turning into an orgy. Consonant, please.
Oh.
Fuck it.
T.
Vowel, please.
O.
Constant.
Constant.
B.
It's a B.
Vowel. No, consonant.
A.
Yeah, vowel, consonant, vowel.
That'll do.
Sounds like a month, doesn't it? Spagtober. Has anybody done Spagtober for charity? You eat spaghetti for the whole month.
Now, Judy, I've been told it is your birthday today.
Yes.
Your time starts now. cut the cake? OK. Oh, shit. I didn't cut the cake, I cut my hand. Oh, no. Oh, that's a bit of luck. My hand's made a cake. Does anyone want a finger or...?
Welcome to the club. It's good to have you on board.
Does anyone want a taste?
Yeah. Oh, it's very... Why is it so full of
I thought you
noise?
stopped eating food about 15 years ago.
I've got cake for everyone. Bring in some cake, everyone.
What we got?
So I got your signed photo as well.
I know, I was really hoping it was going to be my face, and then I turned around and saw your face.
Joe, how many?
4.
Sorry, 4? Kevin,
Yes,
how many?
4.
I'm kind of stuck between 4 and 5, but I might go with the plural.
Oh, 5.
What's your 4?
5.
4.
Grabs.
Grab.
Grabs.
As opposed to grab.
Yeah.
You had a similar thing with goat. Then I thought, why does it need to be one goat, Kev? Have 2 goats. So I went for goats.
5 points to Kevin. Susie, could they have done any better?
Susan,
Yes.
what did you get?
Post bag is there for 7.
OK, so at the end of that, Kevin and Judy have 11 points and Joe and Alex have 16.
Wow, we're taking up.
Now it's time for Judy and Alex to go head-to-head. Judy, your turn to pick the numbers.
1
Yeah.
from the top.
Yeah.
4 from anywhere else.
I mean, I kind of...
Just back me up,
Sure.
Queen. Just do something.
All right, we'll just... I've got a good feeling about these ones, so...
Thank you.
2.
Here we go. Nice.
7.
Have I got to work this? I need...
6.
Where's my pen gone?
3. 10. And 50.
The target, 213.
Yes. OK, your time starts now. Alex, what did you get?
Oh, God. I got 188.
I've got 209.
Oh, what? Ooh. How did you get 209?
2 times 50 equals 100.
Yeah.
3 times 10 equals 90. 6.
3 times 10 is 90. Rachel, write it down. Write it down, Rachel. 3 times 10 is 90.
Oh, so fucking confident.
Are you further off than me?
I saw 90. I was so convinced. I was so fucking convinced.
Is there helium in those flumes?
Can we pretend that? Can I just show you if what I had in my head was right, how close I would have been?
Yeah.
Bear with me, Kevin.
Maths
Right?
is all about opinion.
Let me tell you something. Let's just pretend that 10 was 30,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 times 30 would have
Yep.
been 90.
Yeah.
Right? And then I add the 6 and the 7 together, which would have been 13.
Sure.
Yeah. What did you declare? 209?
And then I did... Where did I get the 3 and the 2 from?
Up there.
Yeah, and then there was a... Yeah, look, that's not too bad, is it, hun?
What are we clapping? What are we applauding?
It's
What
my
are you
birthday.
doing? It's your birthday? I'm not even sure you got the date right.
I know what I should have done now.
What?
Stayed home?
I've figured out a way that I could
Do
have
it.
done it. 6 minus 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be
Yes.
4? And then
Yep.
you times that by 50,
Yep.
plus 10,
Yes.
plus 3.
Yes.
Wow, simply wow.
No points to anyone there. OK. So Kevin and Judy have 11 points. Joe and Alex have 16. And here is your teaser. The words are me do crap. The clue is mine's bigger than yours. That's me do crap, mine's bigger than yours. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser. The words were me do crap. The clue was mine's bigger than yours. It was, of course, compared. OK, now, before we go on, a chance for the teams to win some bonus points. I've got a selection of items, all of which are spelt with 7 letters. All they have to do is identify the items after feeling them. Joe and Judy, join me at the feeling station.
Come on, Judy.
OK, here we go. So put your blindfold on. Put that on.
Thank you.
So, you've got blindfolds on. Everything you touch is spelt with 7 letters.
Oh, my God. There's no insects, is there? I can't. Honestly, I can't.
No spiders.
I don't mind.
OK, I'm going to
No
trust you.
spiders. There's no spiders. OK, blindfold on.
They're on, mate.
OK, bring out the spiders! OK, all right, let's bring on our first item, spelt with 7 letters. OK, there it is. So you can reach in and grab it. Reach in. Reach in. Reach in. Reach this way. Give me a hand. There.
It's a mannequin. What is it? Where is it?
There, up, higher, higher, higher.
I don't
Judy's
want to
got it.
feel someone up.
Gherkin.
That's just Judy.
Gherkin is the right answer. Yeah. All right, next one.
What the hell is that?
Duster.
Dusters, okay.
Umbrella. Coming alive now.
Come on, Joe, you can guess some of these.
Actually, I needed that.
Trumpet. Trumpet.
Bit of exciting news. After 15 years in show business, we found something Judy's good at.
I feel like I'm going mad. I haven't touched anything yet.
Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
No. No, we can't. He already looks like one. OK, here's your next one. OK, no, you're gonna have to open your mouth for this. Open your mouth.
Open my mouth.
Open your mouth.
Is someone
open your
pushing
mouth.
me away?
No, that's Judy. Open wide. Open wide.
Absolutely fuck off.
Open.
This is so like being at Jimmy's New Year's Eve party.
I don't know what... I said moose.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it moose? No.
Dessert.
Spread. Spread. A spread.
Who keeps doing that?
What is it?
It's a spread.
Joe, I'll give you dessert. OK. OK, here's your last one.
What is it?
No, in there. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah.
The fucking hell is that?
A horse.
Fucking better not be a horse.
Joe, I'll put you closer to it.
Fuck off, don't put me near it. Get away from it. What is it? Seriously, don't put me near it.
OK, give us a few words, boys.
You're amazing. You are so cool.
Oh,
Wait.
Oh, Jedward!
Yeah.
Jedward, everyone.
It's the final countdown. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. The final countdown.
All right, we're out of here. Come on. We wish you well.
OK, that's the end of that. OK.
Is that the real deal?
Is that the real Jedward? I think the fake Jedward's more expensive.
One of them's got an arse like a Grand National winner.
Yeah.
All right, so 5 points to Judy's team. OK, on with the game. Kevin and Judy, your turn to choose the letters.
You're on fire, Judy.
OK,
Keep going.
we'll have a continent.
Consonant.
Yeah.
Oh.
All that confidence gone.
We'll have a vowel.
Nice.
U.
Vowel.
E.
Consonant.
S.
I'll go a consonant, please.
N.
Vowel.
I.
Consonant.
R.
How many vowels have we got? 2?
Damn.
You got 3.
One more vowel, one more consonant, please, Rachel.
And A. And D.
This is good.
Good choice.
OK, and your time starts now. OK, Judy, how many?
6 to 7.
6 to 7. Kevin, how many?
7, please.
Joe, how many?
7.
Alex?
I got 6.
I got 5.
OK, so what's your 5, Joe?
Liars. Favourite type of liar.
OK, Alex, your 6?
I got drains.
Judy, your 6?
Was learns.
Kevin for the win?
Urinals.
That is impressive, yeah. Brian, Susie, could they have done any better?
There is a 9 there. Laundries.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
OK, time to go across once again to Dictionary Corner. Now, Brian, there are a lot of people here tonight that want to be successful business people.
Yes, including me.
OK, can you share some of your business secrets with us tonight?
Of course, of course. I have boiled down the business lessons I've learned into 5 key, easy-to-remember business principles that I call the 5 Bs. And here are the 5 Bs. Invention, networking, adaptability, resilience, and be positive. So how do you remember this list? Simple. All you have to do is associate the type of bee with the relevant principle. Bumble, because bumblebees have wings, just like the Wright brothers' first plane, which was an invention. Honey, because honeybees live in a hive where they like to networking. Drone, because a mechanical drone can be used as a fun children's toy that you fly around the garden, or as a lethal killing machine to drop bombs on enemy targets, which demonstrates adaptability. Queen, because Queen Elizabeth II, God rest her soul, was married to Prince Philip for 73 years. Which shows she had a great deal of resilience. And, of course, the final B, Habropoda pallida. Because Habropoda pallida is the happiest of the bees, so will always be positive. Now, thank you. Some people have fed back to me that they find it difficult to remember the name Habropoda pallida. So for those people, I've come up with a simple mnemonic. Harold always brings rotten oranges past other dirty apples. Space. Pedro adores lovely lollies in Diana's attic. You will now remember my 5 Bs. Be positive, resilience, invention, adaptability, and networking. Oh, I've just noticed. The first letters of those words spell Brian. Such a shame that they're not in that order. Back to you, Jimmy.
Brian Butterfield, everyone. Business guru. And here is your final teaser. The words are Ring Alex, and the clue is for a good time. That's Ring Alex for a good time. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser. The words were Ring Alex. The clue was for a good time. It was, of course, relaxing. OK, time for our final letters game. Joe, Alex, your turn to choose.
Cool. What are we going to go for? So we're going to go for a consonant,
Yes.
please.
Strong start. X.
Fuck it.
Dick. Absolute deal.
That way, we can come back for
If
this.
you get another O, you're back in the room.
Another vowel, please.
E.
Oh. Consonant?
C.
Oh. OK. Wow. Consonant, please.
T.
You need to pull something out your arse here.
God, well... another consonant, please.
N.
Vowel, please.
U.
Put your pens down, everyone. I think I speak for everyone. I say 4, 4, 4 and 4.
Consonant? Oh. Consonant, please. Oh,
L.
Oh, wow.
OK, now, before we start the game, Brian, I'm told you were actually involved in the show when it first started. What was your involvement exactly?
Well, I composed the theme tune. And a little-known fact, Jimmy, is that originally it had lyrics, and they've never been heard. If it's OK, I'd like to perform them.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
For this round, is that OK? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Brian
much.
Butterfield, everyone. Your time starts now.
Vowels and consonants, find a word and then don't lose confidence. Mix the letters up, show you're clever and don't you mess it up. Got to concentrate, don't lose focus now, there's no time to waste. Think a word you know, write them down and then say them on the show. Now we're halfway through, send no answers to what you're gonna do. Time is running out, you can't find a word, now you're falling down. Tick, 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 tock goes the countdown clock. Tick, 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 right down a long one, and come on, put down your pen now.
Brian Butterfield, everyone. Alex, what do you get?
I did have 5.
Lovely.
OK, they're going 5. All right, Judy?
I thought I had a word and I spelled it wrong.
Kevin?
I've got a risky 7.
Joe, how many?
4. I'm prepared to sacrifice the win.
Hope you're watching, Ofcom. Joe, what's your 4?
Curl.
Kevin, what have you got?
Toe curl. What?
Toe curl, as in toe curlingly.
Yes.
Unlikely.
Never a great start, is it?
It's not in, I'm afraid, Kevin.
Alex, your 5?
Cruel.
5 points to Alex. Brian, Susie, could they have done any better?
Well, I couldn't do any better. I've got a 4. It's a cheeky one.
Susie, could they have done...
Just 7s with counter, recount, and trounce.
OK, so Joe and Alex have 21 points. Kevin and Judy have 23. This is all to play for. OK, fingers on buzzers. Time for today's crucial countdown conundrum.
Where's the
Your
buzzer?
time start... Where's the buzzer? You won't need that, Judy. OK, fingers on buzzers. Time for today's crucial countdown conundrum.
Searching.
Judy, what did you say?
Searching.
Let's have a look. OK, so the final scores are Joe and Alex had 21 points, but tonight's winners, Kevin and Judy with 33. Congratulations, you're now the proud owner of this, the Countdown AI Robots. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and for all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.